The spreading of the truth is coming into a critical number of days. I prefer to see it as sequential events, but since the knowledge of what these events might be is not available, time will have to be the way of being aware. I shall try to coordinate the time-event correlation with regard to those events that are important for you to be aware of. The methods of contact between alternative media channels and their supporters must be such that no clear pattern is apparent, and the language used must be very vague. And certain words must not be used, and certainly none consistently. Many of us have pet names for those we often discuss in our videos. It would be well to avoid using these, but merely to allude to them, or better yet, not refer to them at all. This will help to prevent triggering the watchdog systems that monitor us on a regular basis. All systems of contact are monitored. We would do well to get accustomed to that understanding. The more recently a method has come into use, the more easily it is monitored. Unfortunately, wire and tomato soup cans just can't fill the bill. So it is with thought and caution that we must use our communication devices. The dilemma of face-to-face meetings is that if we meet in a public place, we'll be noticed. And if we begin to meet clandestinely, we'll be noticed. This begins to sound like a spy movie, but things are as they are. At this point, of course, there is no problem, but as there begin to be gatherings and marches of us who are apt members of the alternative media, two and two will begin to make sense to them. The ball must be passed onward and outward with little return contact regarding this in a repetitious fashion. No one person or group of persons is to shepherd the spreading of the truth. And it's a shame that all future meetings for business or personal reasons must purposefully exclude any reference to spreading the truth. Phone calls, etc. must not be for the purpose of comparing notes. I'm sure at a certain time we can all come together for a meeting in which the ideas for this future experience of mankind shall be blended together. A simple statement of purpose will arrive at identifying this new genre, spreading this truth. We are considered entities with special talents and so are of special interest to them. Do not underestimate your stature in their eyes. I know of no other way to remind you of these parameters without setting the stage, like a cloak and dagger movie. Yet as this is, but indeed as a play upon one small stage of creation, perhaps that is not at all inappropriate. So, play your parts well. Just remember that your timing might not be as perfect as is Bruce Willis's in the movies. This will come as perhaps a little late, since the spreading of the truth has already started happening. But that which is focused into this message has already been made known to each. Through other levels of knowing, the understanding of the hell that is planned for each and every human spirit, if this coup succeeds, shall cause the focus of a new paradigm to appeal to most at a spiritual level, to a profound degree. A desire to participate and to help with the solution to the planetary dilemma will be like letting go of a long-held breath within the spirit of each. And overwhelming gratefulness shall bring forth the action necessary, for it is said, God loves a grateful heart. And this is true, and much can be accomplished through this emotion. It causes an uplifting of the spirit. Certainly those of you who have been in service through the spreading of the truth to your fellow human beings can use an uplifting. The failure for other people to grasp this and their refusal to believe its existence has caused you to face many a discouraging hour. But you have continued on with the spreading of the truth. Isn't this a glorious change of focus? The understanding that at long last there is a way, a plan to take shape, and the forces of creation are indeed here to give help. This shall be a pivotal point within each consciousness that will bring a change of attitude and will begin to draw in multitudes of awakening people. It is not that the message of the truth, of what is present and surrounding them will be different at this stage, but there will be a certain underlying attitude that will be the first trip of a trigger to each listening awareness. It will begin to be discussed, and the message will pass from one to another in a gathering momentum. No longer will it be limited to only those who listen to the talk shows and lectures.
Those who have read and informed themselves shall be asked to inform and explain. Faithful tellers of the awful tale, you are the avatars of this time. This information is for your consideration. May your experience be filled with synchronicity and loving encounters.